What is a DUI? DUI stands for driving under the influence. Michigan does not have a DUI charge. Instead, Michigan uses a term OWI, which stands for operating while impaired. An OWI charge implies that the defendant was drunk driving due to alcohol or drugged driving by driving after consuming drugs or impairing substances. An OWI punishes the impairment of the ability to drive. There are also several alternative charges such as an OWVI, operating while visibly impaired, and UBAC/UBAL, unlawful bodily alcohol content or level. At the end of this video, you'll find a list of Michigan OWI penalties in effect for individuals convicted of a drunk driving offense. The general statute for OWI punishes driving or being under physical control of a vehicle while you are impaired. Well, what does impairment mean? Driving requires certain tasks to be performed. Consumption of alcohol or drugs can limit your ability to perform those tasks. The law punishes your actions after consumption. Any limitation on your ability to drive is enough as long as it is caused by alcohol or drugs. If you are below a .08, you may be convicted of either OWVI or UBAC/UBAL, depending on the facts of your case. There are different types of OWIs. For now, let's talk about drug OWI and alcohol OWIs. The more common charge is alcohol OWI, which is based off your blood alcohol concentration or breath alcohol concentration. Different machines, such as a data master, may test your breath alcohol, while other methods, such as gas chromatography, test blood alcohol. I won't bore you with the scientific details in this video. However, if you're interested, keep an eye out for why you should hire a forensic lawyer scientist. An alcohol OWI requires a blood alcohol content of .08 or higher. In 2010, Michigan amended its drunk driving statutes to create a super drunk law that enhances penalties for those convicted of operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol content of .17 or higher. This is also known as a high BAC offense, and those penalties are listed at the end of this video as well. Now, let's talk about an aggravated OWI, also known as a felony OWI. Michigan currently has a lifetime look back, so if you have 2 prior OWI offenses anytime in your life, you could be looking at a felony OWI. Instead of spending time in jail, you may be sentenced to a year or more in prison for a 3rd OWI conviction. No matter what, if you're convicted of felony drunk driving in Michigan, you're getting a minimum sentence of 30 days in jail. Factors that could lead to an aggravated OWI charge include, but are not limited to, having a prior offense, having high chemical test results, transporting a minor child while under the influence, causing death or serious injury, driving with a suspended or revoked license, driving without auto insurance, possessing drugs, or possessing firearms. Enhanced penalties also apply for causing an accident resulting in serious injury or death while intoxicated. With this offense, you could spend up to 5 years in prison if convicted. The term serious injury is very broadly defined and can include things like small scars left after an accident and almost any broken bone. When a death occurs, most judges in the state of Michigan will sentence a defendant to 5 to 7 years in prison. Drug OWIs are different. Generally, these are charged as operating with the presence of drugs, also known as OWPD. Under Michigan law, it is illegal for a driver to operate with any amount of a very specific category of drugs, namely any Schedule I substance and one single Schedule II substance in the driver's body. This becomes complicated because the state is charging you with an OWPD based off your blood results. The key difference between this type of OWI and an alcohol OWI is that you are being charged based on a metabolite of the controlled substance. So, the statute says you can be guilty of an OWPD if you have cocaine or methamphetamine or a metabolite of one of those 2 substances. When drugs enter your system, they begin to change. They begin to break down because your body metabolizes them and turns them into different compounds. Some of these compounds are impairing while others are not. For example, a metabolite of Benadryl, an over-the-counter allergy medication, may be similar to a metabolite of cocaine. An attorney who is not a certified ACS-CHAL forensic lawyer scientist may not know the difference or even know where to begin. For that reason, it's important you retain an experienced counselor to defend your case. Every OWI is penalized by a license suspension, which is handed down by the Secretary of State. If you are a first-time offender and convicted of an OWI, your license will be suspended for 30 days, followed by 150 days of restricted driving privileges. For more information regarding license suspensions, check out my video about driving license suspension, revocation, and restorations. As always, you need to speak with a professional before you make any decisions that could make your case more difficult to defend. We're ready to help you, we're open 24/7, and I'll give you a free consultation. You'll sit with me and we'll review your case and see what defenses you have available.
This video is not legal advice and should not be relied on for legal advice. Be sure to consult with an experienced attorney whenever you have legal issues.